Well, I don't know about you all, but this is how my brain feels at the end of these meetings. Like a painfully expanding brain that my cannot handle. So I start screaming, and Alice, thanks to Alice, I know better how to create my behavior. We continue to learn about this big machine. So what's next for AHC? So much is next. New research often leads to more questions in an unending branching path of understanding the disease. But thanks to all the contributions of these presenters, we're on a better path. It might be a twistier path, but it's not one that's in the dark anymore. We have heard presentations from folks volunteering their time this week and to do so about the absolute cutting edge of AHC research and of science in general. You can see that in many ways we are drawing the map for gene therapy, especially for those other monogenetic diseases currently not getting any attention, nearly 10,000. Updates on all these projects will be shared as they become available. Look for this news from us, CureHC and Hope for Annabelle, on social media and emails. If you are not plugged into Facebook or Instagram, be sure to at least get on our email list by contacting Sharon. So Sharon, you're going to get a whole bunch of emails saying, put me on your list. What's next for the AHC Foundation? To put it simply, we're going to continue to work. We're going to continue to be available for crisis. We're going to continue to connect families. We're going to continue to fund this research that is putting all of our kids' lives back on track. So through the three pillars of research, education, and family support, we continue to work to end AHC. It's a big lift. So if you're interested in joining our team, please contact me or any of the other board members that you might like to discuss. You don't have to talk to me. To contribute any of your time or your talents or your treasure. It's often that we try to do things in the foundation on our own before spending money on professional services. The pace of progress is beginning to make that approach less attractive. It doesn't allow us to be as nimble as we need to be. So if you have a talent or a profession that you'd like to share, please let us know. It makes it easier than one of us relearning how to design a website or become a graphic designer. So someone asked, how does all this work get paid for? And Jean discussed the many needs both present and coming with all of our continued success. Please consider stepping out of your comfort zone to help raise funds to further this progress. The ugly truth about all this is that funds are what propel all this research forward. Our volunteers are doing great. Our researchers do as much as they can with the money they get, but they can't donate all that time for free. So it will take all of us to step up, especially as success breeds success and breeds more expense. Perhaps begin your efforts by joining us for the second annual race to end AHC on October 3rd. The details of the virtual race will be coming up soon, but our second race hopes to build on the success of last year's. Thanks for attending this big event. There's a lot that goes into even organizing this virtual event. The Family Support Committee has poured in a lot of time this weekend and in the months before. So a huge thanks to everybody. It's a big event with a big amount of information. And so we'll publish the presentations as soon as we do some editing. And after that, you can review the presentations and others on our YouTube channel as often as you need. A huge thanks to all our presenters. Your donation of time this weekend is invaluable to us families. Our appreciation is of small reimbursement, but know that it's genuine and huge. A couple things to remind everybody about. fill out your RareX launch account as soon as you get off, or if you haven't already, do it while I'm talking. It took me 5.5 minutes, and it will lead and build a foundation for a lot of these next phases of research. Next year. So this year we're a little off schedule. We usually have these every other year, and it's usually been on the evens. We are trying to plan an in-person meeting for 2022. So like the Olympics, we're going to shorten our downtime, and we're going to get right back to work to get LA back up and running. So I hope you all can consider joining us next year, probably the same weekend in June. I don't remember what those dates are, but hopefully we can all be in person. Trying to think if there's anything else. If you had any questions that weren't answered, or if you have some that come up tonight while you're sitting around absorbing all this stuff, send them to Sharon or myself, or just AHC Foundation at ahckids.org. I think that's the address that funnels straight to Sharon. So you can send all your spam email to Sharon too, if she likes that. So again, thank you all for being here. I hope that we've given you something to take home and make your lives a little easier. And we look forward to seeing you out there. Does anybody else have anything to add? Okay.
Just, we'll post when the sessions are on YouTube.
Yep, we'll post. I don't know if I've captured all the languages that might be on this call, especially to our Australian family, who I understood this morning has been staying up from 12 till 5 o'clock in the morning to listen to this family meeting. So big shout out to Australia. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Last class.